In late July, a woman in Cheshire, England, began waking up to strangers knocking at her front door. Over several weeks, 18 different men arrived at her home late at night, expecting to be let inside. They told her she had invited them. On their phone screens, they showed her Tinder messages where she supposedly requested a violent sexual encounter, organizing 18 strangers to target her. This is the mechanism of stalking by proxy. A digital predator does not need to be physically present to breach a victim's safety. Using a mobile device, they can turn a secure home into a terrifying and unpredictable trap. The man behind the accounts was 36-year-old Asad Hussain. When he first contacted the victim in April 2024, he used the digital alias Mick Rennie. The relationship became controlling almost immediately. Hussain began showing up uninvited at her house, sometimes ringing her doorbell for hours until the police were called to intervene. The physical relationship ended on May 6th, after Hussain forced his way into a bathroom to assault her and interrogate her about messages on her phone. After the breakup, Hussain attempted to isolate her. He contacted her friends and her teenage daughter, making false accusations of infidelity in an effort to destroy her support system. Cutting ties with an abuser often ends the physical contact, but it frequently serves as the trigger for a boundaryless digital war. To regain control, Hussain used the victim's photos and home address to create a series of fake Tinder profiles. He actively incited violence, messaging the men that no means wanting it more to ensure they'd be aggressive. This creates a state called anticipatory fear, the paralyzing dread of not knowing when the next stranger will appear at the door. The victim experienced constant hypervigilance, locking her doors and keeping her home silent to protect her daughter from the men arriving outside. This physical response is documented in national stalking data. 1 in 4 victims report feeling physically sick, as the chronic stress of the threat impacts the immune system and sleep patterns. Proxy stalking outsources the abuse to strangers, trapping the victim in a state of psychological siege. Instead of retreating, the victim and her daughter began documenting the men and collecting the Tinder messages they presented at the door. Cheshire police used this victim-gathered data to initiate a targeted digital forensics investigation. Investigators analyzed video doorbell footage and identified this black Audi R8, license plate RV18ZDZ, loitering near the victim's home. Cell tower data placed Hussain at an industrial unit and a dark lay-by 2 miles away at exact times the fake accounts were being operated. Matching digital timestamps to physical location data allows investigators to finally remove the illusion of a stalker's anonymity. Following his arrest, Hussain continued to deny his identity, insisting that he and Mick Rennie were different people. He was also charged under Section 49 of the Regulation of Investigatory Powers Act, after he refused to provide passcodes for the iPad and phone found in his van. During a 9-day trial at Chester Crown Court, prosecutors presented the telecommunications logs and CCTV evidence that linked Hussain to the profiles. The jury returned a guilty verdict. A conviction provides a legal end to the case, but the hypervigilance of being hunted does not instantly disappear when the stalker goes to prison. While modern technology provides new ways to inflict harm, a victim's resilience and meticulous documentation can drag even the most elusive digital ghosts into the light of justice.